Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Satisfactory 1.0. I have been waiting for years for this to come out, and now we're here. And as we look around, we see that there's already been some stuff done, and I'll explain that. But first, do me a quick favor, scroll down just a little bit, hit that subscribe button, help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers. So without further ado, let's hop into this. So if you look around, if you're familiar with this game, you'll see that we're in the grassy hills, grassy plains, whatever you want to call this area. This isn't where I usually like to start, but I think the area where I usually like to start got nerfed. And I've progressed a little bit. Now, if you didn't know, I've been streaming this game on Twitch. Link will be in the description. But that's kind of where all of this progress came from, was those live streams. But honestly, a lot of them were to help set myself up for early game success. So let me kind of go over all that stuff. So right here, very, very basic factory. Now, some of the nodes over here, from what I remember, and again, I haven't played this game really since before update 4, I want to say. But I think there used to be 4, maybe there's only ever 3. But I think these iron nodes all used to be pure. They're normal now. But this is still a pretty good location, right? So if we kind of look at the map, you can kind of see where I am right in here. We have, like I said, iron here, copper up there. There's some limestone there. There's some limestone right over there. You can see I'm bringing in limestone from off in that direction. So really just a very, very, I'm not even going to call this a basic factory. Like, this is the beginning of a basic factory. And so that's kind of why I'm bringing you guys in at this point, because I want to get this progressed to a basic factory. So let's look at kind of what we've unlocked and all that kind of stuff. So obviously tier 0 is where you kind of just get all of the very basic stuff, right? I think if you skip the tutorial, you'll end up about here. But I went through it just because it was something fun to do on stream. A couple things in tier 1. Base building was a huge one because I wanted to get foundations unlocked. Logistics was big because I need splitters and mergers. Field research, we need the MAM. And now we're here in the beginning of tier 2. There's a few things here that we're really going to need, right? Part assembly, huge. We're going to need all of this stuff in the very short term. Obstacle clearing, also big deal. And I'll show you why. Other than just what you see here, right? Solid biofuel, a must. Inventory slots, could really use those. Jump pads, don't really care about right now. Awesome sink, we're going to want in the not too distant future. And then logistics mark 2, obviously, right? But to get to all this stuff, we need to start kind of building out a little bit more, right? So here's the hub. I think we're going to go with, maybe let's do obstacle clearing first. Just to kind of, well, I already have some of the stuff. Look at that. Just to kind of help us get there. But let's also take a look at the MAM. So the MAM has, and you can see we're doing hard drive research currently. The MAM has been changed. Let's say there's a lot of new stuff. I'm sure if you're interested in this game, you've already seen all this, right? But I'll kind of go through it anyway. So, you know, we've researched, I killed a lot of the animals already and got all the way up to the protein. So now we're just kind of, I mean, there's definitely stuff here, hand equipment slot, more pocket dimension, and this was the rebar gun. Rebar gun was huge because I did go exploring all over the place. I was looking for hard drives. I was collecting materials. I mean, if we want to look, I think it's over here. I've got just like a bunch of random stuff. You know, you'll see some summer sloops, you'll see some Mercers. That was kind of part of the thing. What I really wanted to do was find Sam. Didn't find it, to be honest. I think, if I'm not mistaken, so I was watching Neilhouse, and I think there's a Sam somewhere. I think there's a cave right here with Sam in it. Maybe it's like runs like this or something, or like that. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to re-look at that, but yeah. Anyway, so there's a few things, like I said, we need to do. One of the reasons, other than hard drive, was to get other things, but hard drives, this system works a lot differently now, right? So you see we're researching a hard drive right now. When that's done, we'll get another one of these entries right here that'll show 2 recipes. You'll notice I have these 2 sitting in here, and they say no rescans remaining, right? I was looking for really 2 different recipes. The first one I think I got, which is, if we go over here. So right now you see this copper to wire recipe. Well, I also got the iron wire recipe. And that's super important for this area because we only have, there used to be, I think, 2 copper nodes up there. Now, there's just 1. And I think it's a normal node at that. Yeah, so there's just a single copper node right there. And we've got some others, you know, 400 or 500 meters out. I'm not going to go for that. So iron wire was a very important one. The other one I'm still looking for is the stitched iron plates. I don't think it'll show it here because we don't have it unlocked, right? Yeah. So really, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to accomplish 2 things. Number 1, eliminate screws from this recipe. So the stitched iron plate uses regular iron plates and wire to create reinforced iron plates. So if we can eliminate screws, that just makes things a lot easier. But now, with the iron wire recipe, I can make all that without touching any copper. So that's honestly what I'm hoping comes out of this hard drive here. So another way that this thing works here, because I have these 2 without having a recipe selected, that means that we can these recipes will not show up in the hard drive that we scan. So we've eliminated 4 recipes from the possible outcomes. So that's kind of nice. That's a way that you can hopefully steer towards the goal that you want, right? I mean, you could pick these if you want and find a use for them eventually, but I'm playing for those ones. When we get into steel, there's another recipe that I really want in there, which takes coal and iron ingots as opposed to iron ore. I think that's a really top tier early game recipe as well. So that's that. We also, you'll notice I have a bunch of quartz in here. The quartz is important because I had to get blade runners. Running around on foot is the worst, right? So I found a little bit of quartz, got it for silica, and now we're here. I think, I can make more silica if I want to, get some more inventory space, some shatter rebar. You know what? I can't do that right now, but yeah, then sulfur we just unlocked for the sake of unlocking. This we need pipes for. Caterium, I haven't really gone through. And then the other thing we want to deal with is power. Now, early game power has changed quite a bit. And the best part about this is now our biomass burners actually have conveyor belt inputs. That's such a huge thing. So you can see now we're running 4 of these really. I mean, this is giving me 120. I still have the 2 biomass burners on the back of the hub that are running too. Actually, these are about to stop. So we're running on about 120, give or take. Without Mark II belts, I think we can only run 4 or 6 of these. I don't quite remember. But yeah, so another thing I want to do is really get this. So actually, no, this is 10 per minute. So we can run 6 because the belts do 60 per minute. So I want to set up an area for kind of like a dedicated power plant, a little biomass power plant. And then I think eventually we'll be able to run like 12 total of these. Yeah, because this does 300 per minute with wood, and we've got this guy right here. So, I mean, I could probably actually stand to go collect more. So, obstacle clearing is important. So, I'm going to go ahead, do that. We'll check on the research when that's done. And then I'll see you guys then. All right, so let's get this going. We got all the stuff for that. Obstacle clearing, huge. And honestly, the inventory slots, also huge. And we also...
Solid biofuel, created from any biomass,
Still got this, too.
ensures maximum efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production, the chainsaw
Man, that looks
allows
good.
for the removal of tougher wood and coral foliage. Additionally, your pocket dimension has been inflated to increase inventory size.
Yay, pocket dimension.
Inspirational note. Will you be the Fix-It Employee of the Month?
Ooh, will I?
You could be if you construct, automate, explore, and exploit by eliminating all obstacles to efficiency. This isn't just fun, it's contractually mandated, fun, fun, fun.
Thanks, Ada. Okay, so our hard drive also finished, so let's take a look here. And, okay. I don't like either of these. But it almost seems like I'm not going to get what I need because unable to rescan, right? Which means I think these are the only recipes I have available. That, to me, says that I need to unlock this. Because I feel like as you unlock more stuff, it unlocks more recipes. Right? So I guess we'll select that. No big deal. Let me go grab some biomass. Because I want to try to make the biofuel. And we're going to have to be kind of quick. Because we're going to have to go on a little adventure here. Solid biofuel for the chainsaw. Probably don't need too much more than 20 maybe. Alright. Can we make the chainsaw? What do I need? Screws! Okay. Alright, so now we're chainsawing. And, I guess I'm just going to go over here and just start cutting, huh? Feels good. So now one interesting thing about this chainsaw too, it has two different modes. Normally the default is like an area mode. So if we watch this, everything in this radius kind of got taken. But if I hit R and go to single mode, I should be able to just take out like a single tree, right? And nothing else around it. So that's helpful if you want to get rid of single things. I want to get everything. Okay, so now that we have all this leaves and wood, the wood especially, that makes quite a bit of biomass. I need to modify this whole setup to accept another constructor so that I can make the solid biofuel. And I think I'm just going to get rid of all of this and then remake it. So let's do that real quick. We're going to start by getting rid of everything. And I'll just kind of keep this running. I know some people have expressed like being able to kind of watch the process. So here we go. Now my inventory is currently full. So I guess we'll need to be careful about where we do this. Oh, you know what? Here, I'll just do this. I'll just store all the concrete. Because I don't want to be paving over this stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set this up so that it can accept 6, or it can fuel 6 biomass burners. Right? And I think I'm just going to do it right over here. Kind of where I've already had it. So let's start by getting some foundations. We'll do... Okay, never mind. Let me get some concrete first, apparently. There we go. We'll do 4-meter foundations. And I want to snap this to the world grid, which I guess is going in this direction. That's fine. And with a boop, and definitely not because I stopped recording on accident, now we have our whole power plant set up. So let me walk you through this again. There's not really much difference from before. It's just a little bit better laid out. So over here, we have wood leaves. Those are getting turned into biomass, right? Biomass turning into solid biofuel. And that is what we're using. We got a little buffer here, but this is what we're using to power up 6 of these generators. 6 biomass burners. We have enough space over here to run another 6 when we get the 120 belts, but for now 6, and that's giving us plenty of power, right? I've got a bunch of other stuff over here that I built when I definitely thought that the recording was still going. So I'll kind of run you guys through that real quick too after this. But yeah, the reason we want to use the biofuel, right? And I saw a pretty good explanation of this, and if you didn't see it, I'll kind of, it should make some sense, right? So if we look, I need to grab some leaves. Here we go. So if we look here, leaves and wood, that's perfect. If you look at the energy value of this, right? 15 megajoules. Now, there's a whole lot of science that goes into what a joule is, what a watt is, blah, 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 right? If you don't want to know all that, what it comes down to is essentially burn rate, right? 15 megajoules, 100 megajoules. What you're doing by processing all this stuff up is you're increasing the amount of joules that each of the materials has. So if I go and grab one of these, hello? There we go. So a solid biofuel has 450 megajoules. What that means is that if we go to the biomass burner, you'll notice that it takes 4 of these per minute. Whereas if we do the leaves, it's something like 80 leaves per minute, right? So what you're doing is you're taking X amount of leaves to make biomass, which I think is, this is wood. 100 or 10 leaves for 5 biomass. And then 5 biomass makes what? Well, 8 biomass makes 4 solid biofuel, right? So roughly speaking, you're more than doubling the amount of megajoules available in each fuel type on each step, which means that over here you get way longer fuel burning or power production with less material in the long run, right? So that's why you want to do that. And this is, I mean, it's a pretty, I don't want to say efficient, but it's definitely usable. Leaves on the left, right? And wood on the right. So yeah, so let's go over what's going on over here. I wanted to kind of start the starter factory, and I determined that we need to do, I did obstacle clearing, and now we need to do part assembly, right? Because when we went over here to the MAM and we saw hard drives that were done, I can't rescan this because I'm out of recipes. These are the only recipes that are unlocked at my levels, right? More recipes unlock with more milestones. So then I figured, oh well, let's get the part assembly milestone going. Surely that will give us the reinforced iron plate recipe that we want, right? And so that's what we did, right? I'm basically taking each deposit here, each iron, splitting it out and making something, right? So here we got plates. Here we've got rods. What's this? Screws. And then over here, what I'm in the middle of working on and what I want to finish, this is going to be wire. But it's not just any wire, it's iron wire. And the iron wire is important because, like I mentioned before, we only have 1 copper deposit over here. That's going to be dedicated for copper sheets. So I'm using a whole iron node to make eventually wire and cables. The problem now, I'm out of cables. So what I'm going to have to do is go grab some copper and make some wire. So I'll be right back with that. Okay, so let's run some power real quick. That Well, I guess we need the other smelters, huh? You know what? Actually, let me build these. Okay, so these are all wire. All iron wire. I'm going to need another smelter. And I want that to line up. And we'll need another splitter. Want it to look all pretty. Let's set this recipe for iron. Right, iron, iron, iron. And then you are iron wire. Make sure these are all set. Okay. And then we'll just need I don't know how many, honestly. Let's see. Cable is 60 per minute, and we're going to be making 45 per minute. Okay, so it won't be as efficient as it could be, which is fine. I think it's more set up for the ratios that you get out of copper. Wait, what is this? Of course it's a splitter. I want a merger. And then it will just be a matter of hooking this up and waiting for the outputs. And we'll take another merger here. And you know what? Maybe we'll go out to the right here. Let's see. Those are going way over there. It might be kind of nice, actually. Here, let me kind of get rid of that. Make a little area. And we'll just do maybe something like this and like this. Ooh, actually we're going to need one more, huh? Okay. Let's bring them up one. Here. 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 And let's center this one. Come on now. There we go. Okay. So we'll have wire. Okay, I'm going to redo this. Wire is going to go in here. A little bit of clipping that no one's going to notice. Okay. And then these will just need to merge and go into there. And then we'll get everything powered up and we should be good to go. So let's bring this in. So kind of be where everything starts. And then I'm going to bring this also out here. Because I want this to get... Oh, geez. Okay. Hold on. I'm running into the cable issue again. You know what? Let's just make more cable. With our last little bit. Okay, so this will just bring back to here. You'll get some. You'll get some. Wait, where is this going? What did I just do? Missing wire. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. We'll just cut off the cable production. And we'll do this. I didn't get any wire back for dismantling that stuff. Jeez. Alright, what here? Let's get rid of this. This. So this just needs to come back here. That needs to go there. And then this needs to go here. Here. Okay, that should at least get us some wire, which is what we're going to need. Why did it sound like it just shut down? Oh, we got plenty of capacity, though. I'm going to need to do another farm, though, for materials. Hello, yes? I would like to see some wire, please. What's the holdup? What's the holdup? I wonder why that one's so full. Sure, no power. It's not taking anything in, huh? Yes, any wire? I just want to validate my construction here. And I'm going to need what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish more. There we go. This is what I like to see. Excellent. And I will take you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello? $20 wire. Of course. Let's do that. You know what? I don't. And then, will it reach? Okay, I think everything is connected now. Right? Except this to power. Boom. Just like that. Got concrete going. I think we have a real baby starter factory. You know? Look, I can go grab some screws. I can go bring them over. I'm gonna move the hub as well. Like I'm gonna kind of tile over here and put the hub on top here. These are, if you don't remember, these are snapped to the world grid. I wanted to do that to kind of have a reference point for everywhere else. All right, and we just need 200 cable. How is that looking? Did I bet you I didn't set recipes. I bet you. No, I did. Is it just now coming out? Hey, first automated cable. And this is only going to run at 75%. So we're only going to get, what? 15 and 7.5. What is that? 22.5 cable per minute? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with not 100% efficiency, especially because we're using an alternate recipe. And there's other iron nodes around, like over in that direction. Right? Like out there. Like out there. So, you know, we got to start thinking about steel. And we're going to have to think about when we start moving up to rotors and modular frames and reinforced iron plates. Mainly rotors and reinforced iron plates, but yeah. That's all got to be accounted for. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. All right, well, I think I'm going to call it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry this got a little jumbled up, but we'll be better next time. Again, look out. Follow the Twitch channel because I'm going to be doing a lot of the dirty work on there and kind of giving you guys... I'll still do some building here and kind of recap everything that goes on in the streams, but the streams will be a little bit more illustrative, we'll say. So, thank you all so much, and we'll see you in the next one.